Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this glorious, glorious Monday. Guys, I am so tired today. I don't know if you guys feel that, but I'm so tired. Look, it's so weird. My shirt hangs out. I'm so tired today. We did World Girls yesterday all day and all night. And because of the shoot that we did, we told you guys we are doing a make Thanksgiving thing for the last weekend, for the last Wednesday of the month for World Girls for our IRL episode. And because we had to cook everything outside because social distancing and stuff, we had to bring it back inside, all of the equipment, to wash it, and there got soot all over my place, and it took us like hours and hours to clean. Dee didn't leave last night until like 12:30 or 1 or I think 12:30, and Steph was here all night. Like, it was insane. And then this morning I had work, so there's just been a lack of sleeping, and also, long day yesterday and the day before and all of the days, because I think we're on 225 days of me streaming in a row for this show. Holy shit. Sound like Mance. Holy shit. Things to talk about on the show today, and there are a bunch. Some entertainment stuff going on. Oscar Isaac apparently cast as Moon Knight for Disney Plus. Some of the reports were saying in talks, some of the reports were saying cast, so we'll break that down. Bette Midler confirmed that the OG cast of Hocus Pocus will be reunited, and it feels so good. DC updates. There's tons of stuff going on, and because we don't have DC movie news going right now, I figured I'd kind of give some DC updates that are fun that came out in the last 24 hours, including something with Batwoman, Suicide Squad, and Shazam. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about Halloween. What are you guys doing for Halloween? It's officially this weekend, and I want to hear what are our options even. All that and more today, live at the Roxy. Fuck, guys. It's just going to be a long one. After this, isn't it nice when you guys are watching a broadcaster yawn on air? A, highly professional. B, thoroughly entertaining. I mean, what are we really talking about here? It's the shit. And C, if you guys are like me, you're sympathy yawners. So my yawn is your yawn. I feel like those should be lyrics of the song. My yawn is your yawn. It's like love at first sight. Before we get to any of that, let's go to some of the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Really appreciate your guys' support in here. You guys are awesome. And get in the queues early today because we got a few going on in here. Nation ZZZ. Haven't heard from you in a second. Let's see. Hey, Roxy, it's been a weird few weeks. I have just gotten out of the hospital, and I'm back at my home with my parents. The people at Les Mis say I will still play Marius. Is that his name? When they start back up in January, if they start back up. And now the bad, after I came out to my parents, which was before theater was canceled for another few months, my parents kicked me out, and I went to live with a friend who was not a good guy, as he brought a few of his other friends over to beat the shit out of me for being gay. Oh my God. Then I was sexually assaulted with a plunger by one of them. Holy fuck, Nation ZZZ. LD tried to contact me, but I couldn't deal with talking to anyone, so I tried to hang myself, but the pipe broke and flooded the house I was at. But they raped me with a plunger, so fuck them. Then I called LD back. She took me to the hospital, and I was placed in psych ward for the last 9 days. And while there, my mother came to see me and we did a lot of talking. I am on meds and started to feel better. Father still doesn't want to talk to me, but at least he can look at me. I don't think I want to kill myself anymore, which is a good feeling, but I'm still all fucked up inside. I've missed a lot of your shows and I'm sorry for that. Thank you for letting me vent. Can I get some love? Holy shit. Oh, Nation ZZZ. I mean, first of all, obviously, first and foremost, everybody send love. The way we send love here on the show is in the form of bunnies. I better see every motherfucking person in this chat sending bunnies right now for Nation ZZZ. I'm like sitting here. I'm like, I'm tired. Oh, God. Well, first of all, so much love to you. And I'm glad you're starting to feel a little bit better. I'm not somebody who believes that everything happens for a reason, in terms of the fact that, like, I don't believe that what happened to you should have happened or had to happen. And to think that there's a reason for that is just so painful. But I do believe that I am a true believer in what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that means you're going to be so motherfucking strong coming out the other end of this. This is horrific. Some people suck. A lot of people don't, though. You're always welcome here. And anybody in 2020 who believes that that's acceptable behavior is a fucking monster. Your friend obviously is not your friend, and that is a done relationship. I mean, there's no going back on that. I'm glad that your mom has been more supportive and that your dad is at least seemingly maybe coming around. It does take people some time. And, I like to think that we can treat people with grace and patience there when it comes to your parents. But honestly, for the most part, in the theater community, you're surrounded by people who don't give a flying fuck if you're queer. And that's how it should be, because why the hell would anybody care who you're sleeping with consensually? The plumber situation sounds fucking horrific. I don't even know how you can do that to somebody. But if there's anything good about what happened, it's the fact that you didn't think you wanted to be here anymore, and now you're starting to feel like you do, which I believe is a lesson to everybody who doesn't believe they want to be here at some point in their life. And then knowing that those feelings pass or change and they won't always be the same. And that's why we can't do anything permanent to a temporary problem with a permanent solution. Oh, God, I feel so fucking awful for you. Everyone's sending you bunnies, literally everyone in here. Let's see, Rob K, Zeno Hour, Thunder God, Jonathan, Weston, Matt, Garth, Manny, Glenn, Lemmy, Christian, Real Talk with Silos, John G, George Pruitt, Mason, Mohammed, Rob, Loudy, Howard, Right Now and Later, Murderana, Very Least, Leonard Kim, Pink Sweets, Drew Walk, Jig Yoda, Matt Link. Hopefully you feel that love coming through from the Rockstar community. I think that you do have some options here, in terms of, like, do you want to press charges? If you do, please try to make sure, and I know it's so difficult, but that you document everything that you can with photos and witnesses, if there is anybody who is on your side or team, because you have options. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but you do have options here. And fuck these guys. More bunnies from Ian and Fillmore and Andrew and Channels and Legault and Sonander and DK. Everybody's sending love to you. I mean, holy fuck. Holy fuck. They say it gets better, but there's no way that it gets worse. So 100% in this situation, it gets better from here. And fuck those guys. Fuck those guys. What a wake up, guys. What a stop bitching about being tired and working, wake up. And perspective for all of us that hopefully, it's hard to remember during this time, like, what is actual pain as opposed to like all of it is pain, but like as opposed to like loneliness and whatever. We got to support people like our friend Nation ZZZ. And I'm so glad, Nation ZZZ, that LD got through to you and called and got you into treatment and help. And we're here. Just keep us posted and let us know if there's anything we can do. Lemmy and Jake and George and Hitman, everybody throwing in those bunnies still. I'm glad that you found us, and you're always going to be welcome here. And we don't care at all who you're fucking. I mean, we care in terms of like, we hope you're happy, but couldn't matter less to us that you're gay or bi or whatever, however you identify. Doesn't matter to us at all. Oh boy. Nothing's made me say oh boy in a long time. Let's see what you guys are saying in here right now. Real Talk with CeeLo says, just prove that everyone is going through it. This is the time for us to be together more than ever. Completely Weston says perspective. Yeah. Thunder God says, at the very least, reach out to the victim support groups if you feel that, if you feel the need. Yeah, there is support groups that definitely, I'm sure that the place that you're in right now can give you names and numbers of some of these places. George says, we love you, Nation ZZZ. Matt says, this is a super safe space. 100% to that. Matt also said no pressure, but you should definitely press charges. Again, totally up to you, but just remember that you have options. Pink Sweet says, I've been on suicide watch. It's hell, but you're going to get through it. Thank you, Pink Sweet, for opening up about that and saying that as well. Garth says, love is love. We love you. Rob says, nothing angers me more than abuse, especially physical and sexual kinds. Yeah. So crazy because like in my world and one day, hopefully you enter this world, Nation ZZZ. This weekend, you guys know I went to a engagement party and it was for a queer couple. And like, it's just so second nature at this point to us because they're such a beautiful couple. It doesn't make a fucking difference at all that they both have vaginas. Like, I don't even think about it like that. So there is a world, Nation ZZZ, in which there are people and support that really, truly love you guys for you and don't care at all. Because like I said, I'm at an engagement party this weekend and both of the women's parents were there, loving and supporting. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm saying this to show you that like things do change and people can come around. And, if not them, then all of their friends and family and other people were like calling in and supporting. So there are people out there who just love people regardless, don't care. Matt says, we believe in you, Nation ZZZ. Don't let the evil people take your light. They don't get to do that ever. Please hang in there. Demo sending love to everyone. Thank you. I love this comment from Ragesh Islania, who says nothing will beat happiness. And that's true. And that is around the corner for you. I don't know how far around the corner, but it is around the corner at some point, Nation ZZZ. Oh my gosh, guys. All right. Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Ryan White in here said, thank you for having me on the World Girls last night. It was so much fun. Yeah, we did it. Speaking of this weekend, we did an awesome episode of the World Girls last night in which our patrons are now allowed to join us. The patrons have 2 top tiers that can come on for like 5 minutes on our Sunday streams, which was pretty great. And we were super, super happy to be able to speak to some of them. So that was awesome. Yeah, a little tough to move on from that one, I got to say. And you guys are still in here talking about it and giving love, which I think is great. And we'll spend the whole show giving love to Nation ZZZ, who's been in here and been through a lot and talked to us about all different things. So we got your back, Nation ZZZ. And yeah, it's really that. We got your back. Okay. Let's talk about a little bit of news. Like I said, on this show, we go all over the place all the time. We're constantly jumping around. There's highs, lows, and everywhere in between. That was a definite fuck no and a low. But let's talk about a little bit of entertainment, something to maybe hopefully distract you, Nation ZZZ, and a lot of us here as well. Okay, there's a lot going on in the comic book world right now. See, there, it's like, what is the transition for this? I don't know that there is one. So we'll just push on through. There's a lot going on in the comic book world, guys. Both camps, Marvel and DC, which is cool to see. It's nice that there is a future in which we have comic book movies and TV shows that are coming out. That feels very far away, but it's not. We've even got Mandalorian around the corner, and all this stuff that is like here and ready for us. So it's crazy that we're living in this world where it's like it seems like things have stopped, but a lot of the things have not actually stopped. And so we have casting news. Oscar Isaac. Some publications, like I said, I think Deadline reported that he was cast, and I think Variety or Hollywood Reporter said that he was in talks. But apparently he's going to be starring in Moon Knight, which is the Disney Plus series from Marvel that was announced a while ago. They announced this, I believe, the same time that they announced on their slate, like Shang-Chi in that phase. So, but also when they announced all the shows like Falcon and the Winter Soldier and whatnot. So this is something that people are excited for. I'm excited for. A lot of people know Moon Knight way better than I do, but I love Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac, I trust in all of the ways. I think he's super, super interesting and intriguing as an actor. He makes really great choices. I think we haven't even scratched the surface on what he's capable of. I think he's already in the Disney family, so it's nice to keep him around. I think he's handsome as all get out, and I'll never mind looking at him on my screen. I think he's kind of ballsy and has got that jaded side to him. He's honestly more of like a Han Solo type than I think I even realized first go through. So I just am really, really into this casting. But I will say there was a lot of strange ass casting that people had been speculating or were in talks. There was an article from Discussing Film. They said they sourced it from Murphy's Multiverse that apparently said that the show had been interested in Daveed Diggs, which I am obsessed with Daveed Diggs. I mean, if you guys are not watching him on TikTok, then you are missing out. Obviously from Hamilton, like everything he does just floors and soars. He's like one of the sexiest human beings on the planet. His music is his gift to this earth. The way he moves and does everything, I'm like, okay, Daveed is the shit. But again, I don't know enough about Moon Knight to know if Daveed is a perfect fit for the role. What I do know, though, is that the other person that Discussing Film announced was apparently in talks is Nick Kroll, which was so wild to me because you could not have more opposite types. Like Oscar Isaac and Daveed Diggs, actually, I feel like could be kind of similar types because they're both like really smooth, sexy talking men. That's like, they just, I don't know, something very intriguing. You want to watch, mysterious. You want to know more, edgy, a little bad. And Nick Kroll is like goofy, weird. I mean, I was just watching him in, was it New Girl that he plays Nick's brother or something? He's like, and you're an actor, so maybe we could see a different side to him, but like, it's just such a strange choice. He's like goofy, like super silly goofy. So that was kind of surprising to me. A lot of people were talking about Shia Labeouf, which he's also one of those actors where whenever he's attached to a project, I get more intrigued because I think he's incredible. Obviously, you guys know one of my favorite movies of the last decade is Peanut Butter Falcon. I love that film so much. And I think that Shia LaBeouf continues to prove that he is just not a one-note actor. He is just got layers upon layers. He seems to really have changed and grown over the years. He's been at this for a really long time. I don't know what role he could be cast in where I would be like, no fucking way, unless it was obviously a role that was made for somebody who does not look like him. But just in general, I think that he is so, so talented. So I understand his name being thrown out for literally each and every project. But yeah, it's strange. strange to me that Nick Kroll's name is in there against like a Daveed Diggs or an Oscar Isaac or even a Shia LaBeouf. Kind of funny to think of. What do you guys think? How are you feeling about the casting of Oscar Isaac? Are you an Oscar Isaac fan? Are you a Moon Knight fan? Do you think that this works? Are you surprised to see him staying in the Disney family, especially after all of the talk about did Disney and Star Wars wrong their actors of color or not finish out their storylines in an appropriate manner? Or are you guys not surprised to hear him sticking in the family because Disney is Disney and that's got to be one of the biggest companies on the planet to work for? Would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know right here in the chat, in the super chat, in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Oh, still talking about entertainment. My heart is still with you, Nation ZZZ. Just still thinking about you. And if you guys have anything else you want to bring up on today's show in the next like half an hour, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. That is the number one way to do so. Jake Yakoveta is throwing it in the chat. Every dollar means the world to me at this point. We are right around the corner from rent week and bills week. I wish that they spread things out more and that I didn't have to pay my health insurance and my rent and the utilities and all of that all at once. Just like, chill. Woosah, my child. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Okay, staying in the world of comic book news. Like I said, a lot's going on in Camp DC. Some things I wanted to talk about. We got our first look at Javicia Leslie, who is going to be taking over as the role of Batwoman on the TV show Batwoman. Here were some images that we got that look freaking awesome in her new bat suit. These are both CW officials. I love that they're letting her seemingly have her natural hair. Like, this is fucking great. I always love the black and the red. I love her arm armor. I think that she looks badass. I love that it's different. I even love that we've got the light red lip. Like, she's feminine but also badass. I'm just super duper into this look, and kind of am excited to get back to watching Batwoman, which is a show that I liked in general, but that I think a lot of people didn't love. And getting a call from a random number, guys. But yeah, this I think will reinvigorate people to watch, so that's kind of exciting. What are you guys saying in here? No, Legal, she's not a kid, but I do think in those pictures she looked young. I think she's in her mid-20s, maybe even 30. Not exactly positive, though, but I definitely don't think she's a kid. I don't know what a kid is. What are you guys thinking? Are you liking the images? Are you a Batwoman fan in general? Does this mean that you're going to watch Batwoman, not watch Batwoman? Were you previously watching Batwoman? Keep me posted. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Bad Rabbit. Almost like Bad Robot, but Rabbit, which is sad because on this show we love bunnies. Do you think this downtime for comic book movies will negatively impact the appetite for them? Will Marvel and DC come out of the pandemic still being billion-dollar juggernauts? I don't think it's going to negatively affect it because I think we're all just so excited for any movie. Like, think about even movies like Palm Springs. Okay, obviously that's not a comic book movie, but like everybody was talking about it, or Borat too. Like these movies that's like any new movie, everybody just wants to talk about it. So when we come back, it's not like people aren't going to like those movies anymore. We're going to be wanting them even more. We're going to be more grateful and more appreciative. I never really believed in comic book fatigue in the first place because it's just like, this happens. This is how the movie industry works, where like there's the supernatural and there's the comic books and there's horror, like things come in phases and stuff. So no, I think that they're still going to be massive juggernauts. I think as long and there's all subgenres of comic book movies too, and things with source material tend to do better with. So I just think totally it's going to be fine. Thank you for the question, Bad Rabbit. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, hello, Roxy. Love you as always. Thanks for giving us show and safe space. Peace, love, and bunnies for the Nation ZZZ. What is happening? You guys hearing that? Okay. Be well, RJ and Rockstars. Also, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, and Jonathan Mattingly. Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Absolutely. Glenn Caesar, thank you for reminding me to do that. We're going to keep saying it on the show as long as it takes. By the way, how many of you guys now know their names? Brett, Miles, and Jonathan. I think all of you probably, especially if you guys watch me every day. So it's important that we know their fucking names and that we don't let them live in anonymity. Because that's what they want, and we're not going to fucking forget. So there's that. Or as Pink Sweet so elegantly puts it, arrest them hoes. Straight up. Straight up. Oh, interesting. Okay, Reagan Turner, I didn't know this. Nick Kroll, Daveed Diggs, and Shia Labeouf were considered for Moon Knight because Disney wanted to hire a Jewish actor. Is the character of Moon Knight Jewish? This happens all the time, and like again, I feel like it's not my fight to fight right now because there's more pressing fights, but so often Jews are not cast as Jews, and very rarely do Jews get to play Jews, like including a Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Like I love Rachel Brosnahan, but like it's just like being Jewish is such a massive part of that identity. Wow, you guys are telling me that the Moon Knight is Jewish. Wow, interesting. I don't think Oscar Isaac is Jewish. I don't think so. You guys can tell me. One of his origins is that he's the son of a rabbi. Oh, interesting. Huh. That's kind of cool. Maybe I should pick up some Moon Knight comics prior to the show. I'm seeing everywhere that Oscar Isaac's father is Jewish. Oh, says Pink Sweets. Huh. It's interesting in the Jewish faith is that it seems like in the character that the father is Jewish also, but in the Jewish faith, if your mother is not Jewish, you are not technically considered to be Jewish, which I've always thought is such crap because why? It's so weird that that's the way it is. But for those of you guys who didn't know, apparently that's the way it is. So strange. Are you guys telling me that Daveed Diggs is Jewish? Is he my husband? He's Jewish? Oh, I love him so much already. Please respond. Let me know. Must know. Daveed Diggs is gay. Pink Sweet says, hell yeah, Daveed is perfect. Laugh my ass off. Jig Yoda says he's my husband. Guys, he's my husband. He just doesn't know it yet. Oh, man. I have so many crushes on people that I don't know at all. That makes no fucking sense. All right. Continuing with his mom is Jewish. Daveed's mom is Jewish and his dad is African American. Oh my God, he's bae. Oh, I love him. I love him. Somebody send this to him. Let him know. Just kidding. Don't do that. That way when I meet him, I can just play it casual. Like, oh, what was your name? Tell me one more time. Yeah, guys, Jesse Williams is bae, but he is taken. That's the only reason it's not working. Come on, we know this. Roxy has a lot of husbands. Is what it is. Okay. DC, more DC stuff. Suicide Squad, guys. Some Suicide Squad updates. It was interesting because they had budgeted in for reshoots, but apparently they're not going to be needing it, or at least not going to be using them, which is kind of wild. James Gunn revealed that. He said that they built their schedule for Suicide Squad to have reshoots, but they're not going to have any. I wonder whether that's just because it was so perfect or because of the pandemic or because it was good enough or what, but it seems like everything we've heard about this movie, everybody loved being on set. Everybody says it was so much fun. Everybody says that this movie is great. Everybody's saying that it was a hoot to work on. Everybody's saying that they had the James Gunn said it was the best that he's ever been on. You know, like this movie is getting crazy, crazy buzz around it. And now we know that there are no reshoots needed. That's kind of wild. So, You know, I think that could only probably mean good things for this film, if I had to guess, which I don't have to guess, but it is what my show speculates about. Also, in the world of DC, I saw this funny tweet I just wanted to mention. So, Chance the Rapper tweeted and said, Shazam, and then this sign, like over, greater than Man of Steel. So, he's saying Shazam is better than Man of Steel. And then David F. Sandberg, the director, obviously, Pony Smasher, quote tweeted the tweet and said, "Oh man, do I even dare to look at the replies on this one?" And then he said, "Good thing it's not actually a competition." But I thought this was fucking hysterical because I completely agree that Shazam's better than Man of Steel. I liked it so much more heart. Not the fucking stupid shit with the dog. Man of Steel pissed me off about. And you don't have to compare, but in general, I just thought Shazam was one of the greatest DC films ever. I love that movie. But I also think it's funny when worlds collide, like Chance the Rapper is saying that. It's so random and out of the blue. And then David Sandberg is saying that. It's like, you never know. Shazam, too. Could Chance the Rapper appear? Could he have an appearance? Like, you just never freaking know. So I'm into this. I like it a lot. Oh, guys, everybody welcome Kenduro, who says, "What the hell is this I've stumbled on, if stumbled on?" Welcome to the show, Kenduro. If you're new, we appreciate having you. We talk a lot about entertainment news, politics, what the fuck I had for breakfast, what you guys are up to, triumphs and tribulations, all those things. Enjoy the show. Thanks for joining us and being part of the Rockstar community. We'll see if you are part of the Rockstar community, but that's what we are about. People who watch for the first time are probably like, the fuck is this bitch? The fuck is happening here? And I get it. Shit's weird on this show. Shit gets really weird. It's just kind of the way it is. Send bunnies to welcome. He won't know what it means, but we will. We will. All right, that's kind of that for the world of DC updates. Excited for Batwoman. Excited for the next Shazam, whenever the fuck that comes. And excited for the Suicide Squad. All good things in Camp DC. Keeping the world of movies, Bette Midler confirmed something awesome. We knew there was going to be a Hocus Pocus 2, but she confirmed that all trace of those chicas are going to be back. Kathy, Sarah, and Bette. Yes, queens. Slay motherfucking queens. Super into that. I just rewatched Hocus Pocus last week. I watch it every year around Halloween. I love this movie. It's the perfect level of like goofy and partially dated, but funny with good performances and like just awesome stuff. And I don't think it would be the same without the three of them. I also think based on the way it ended, spoilers in case you didn't see Hocus Pocus, but you know, they burst into the flames in the sky and Bette's characters in that statue and that bursts. Why the fuck couldn't they come back? We just have to do some witchy shit, a spell, new kids, you know, like just the way that they have come back before. It makes perfect sense that they could just come back for a Hocus Pocus 2. There's so many ways that you could make that work in a story. It's not a force at all, especially when we're working with the supernatural. So I would be really bummed if we were doing a Hocus Pocus 2 and they weren't involved, because it's so easy to get them involved as long as they want to be involved. It sounds like they do want to be involved, which means that the success rate of this movie is probably going to be much higher, which is great. Because I think there should be more Halloween movies like this that are kind of silly spooky instead of like horror spooky. This is such a great Halloween movie for families and like if you don't want to be up all night freaked out. Hocus Pocus seems to be too kid-friendly for me. Well, Rob K, it is kid-friendly. I mean, it's a little spooky, but it's a family-friendly movie. So if you're not into that, no worries, but let me have my fun because I think it's great. I was happy about this confirmation. Speaking of Halloween, before we get out of here, and I'll take any last-minute Streamlabs as well, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. What is your guys' Halloween plan? What's your intention? What's your plan? What even are our options? This is the question that I think everybody's asking themselves right now. What am I doing? What can we do for Halloween? Not that it's the most important thing in the world, but for the first time in a long time, it's on a Saturday, which is wild. And we can't be going to the club or the parties. We just kind of have to be somewhat alone-ish. Steph and I are debating maybe doing a stream, getting dressed up in costumes and doing a live stream. No idea if you guys would be interested in that. Let me know. Let us know. Because we're thinking about doing one. When it comes to doing anything else, maybe watching a movie. Like, okay, I guess the options are you could cook something cool, like either pumpkin carve or do the seeds of pumpkins or eat a lot of candy corn or pop pumpkin shaped Reese's or whatever it is. Like there's things that you could eat or make. You could do some kind of art project. You could do a DIY costume. You could do an outdoor social distanced couple people gathering with masks. You could drink and watch movies or get stoned and watch movies. There's like a lot of different options. There's a lot of different small options, and I just don't really know what direction to go in. I'm a huge Halloween nerd. I love Halloween. I like going to as many parties as possible on Halloween. I love getting hammered on Halloween. I love getting dressed up to the nines for Halloween. So those things I will not be doing, but I don't know. I'm debating seeing like one or two friends outside, maybe a drink or two, maybe a projector movie situation. Let's see what you guys are thinking. I'm eating about $20 worth of candy this Halloween, says Rob K. That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Booze, lots of booze, says Matt Link. I mainly watch movies, says Andrew. Pedro also says watch movies. Those things are awesome. Do movie watch along. Okay, Legal says I don't celebrate any holidays. This year I can finally not be bothered by others doing so. LOL. Yeah, it's a good year for people who don't like doing anything. So like you don't have any FOMO because nobody's really doing it. Patreon Zoom party, says Jake. It's possible. It's definitely possible. I think maybe we would do it instead of Patreon exclusive, but maybe we could do it Patreon afterwards as well. Haunted houses, I missed that too. And there was some haunted stuff going on in Los Angeles, like haunted drive-thrus, but it's like $75. There's like a Stranger Things drive-thru that's $75, and it's just like, I don't know that I drive going through, even as the sickest haunted house in the world. I don't know that it's worth $75 fucking dollars. It's a lot of money. Ugh. So I don't know that that's an option for many of us. But you could even do yourself a drive. Like there's a lot of decorations out, so you could try to drive by some of the fun streets for that. It's not super safe to drive Halloween night because usually drunk drivers, but I bet it's going to probably be pretty different this year. You could do an outdoor dinner. Just trying to still make it feel spooky and fun. Just trying to still make it feel like something. So, yeah. Yeah, keep telling me what you guys are up to. Haunted car wash. That's great, Joseph. Popcorn in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer says day 212 of asking for the Wangers to be on the show. I don't get, LOL, don't get me wrong. I enjoy solo show. What about Wangers versus World Girls? Also, just wanted to say that Rockstars calling in was a lot of fun and genuinely not awkward, which I was worried about. Yeah, it really wasn't. All the people who called in were great and like talkative, and it wasn't awkward at all. It was awesome to talk to some people. The World Friends are so dope. So that was cool. And in terms of don't get you wrong about the Wangers, I would love to have them on. I kind of backed away from having people on because you guys know it's like challenging enough to go up every day and then actually like booking people and all that stuff. And just like sometimes I have bad days and I always need to like be prepared for people. But I do try to have at least like a guest or so a week. So I wonder how Cody's doing. Cody's my friend. We don't talk much anymore though. Where are they at? He's like being a dad and stuff. It's wild. And Cody and my text messages, we only message each other when somebody loses a job, which is fucking funny. All right. Anything else in the last couple minutes? Get them in streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. One more round of love for Nation ZZZ. We absolutely adore you, Nation ZZZ. You have the rock stars, even when you don't have anybody else. And that's like that about that. This week, guys, I am doing Live at the Roxy every single day, 1 p.m. Pacific time. I believe I've got some Schmodown stuff coming up too. I'll keep you guys posted. Tomorrow morning, I've got SCN Live, 10 a.m. Catch me there. Then Wednesday, of course, World Girl Wednesday. You guys are going to be able to see our awesome We Give Day of the Dead a Whirl episode this Wednesday, which is really moving and sweet and funny and bizarre too, which we're stoked about. And then, of course, for Sunday, the wind down. And also, I think I'm doing another episode of Hoffer, but I'm not sure about the date yet. So I'll keep you guys posted. All you guys sending bunnies for ZZZ. It's so sweet. Guys, work. Can't believe that in all of quarantine, I have not taken one day off. It's just kind of mind blowing, right? Happy to do it, but whoa. And also, like, how long are we gonna fucking be here? Can't even think about that. Can't even think about that. You guys are like, what a weird end of the stream. I'm like, I know. All right. For anybody who's watching after the fact, don't forget you can leave a Streamlabs. I'll read it on the next show, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. That will be very, very helpful. Much appreciated, especially towards the end of this month. I know you guys are struggling. Me too, fucking massively. And appreciate whatever you guys can do. Also, if you are watching live right now or after the fact, thumbs up. 115 watching live, 89 thumbs up. So get those thumbs going, and leave a comment after. It really helps with the algorithm. You can talk to me about what your favorite bit of DC news was from this week. You can talk to me about if you enjoy the casting of Oscar Isaac and Marvel's Moon Knight for Disney Plus, how you feel about Bette Midler saying that all the OG Hocus Pocus cast members are coming back, and which of the three witches is your favorite. What are you actually doing for Halloween? Please keep me posted on all of that and more here live at the Roxy. Live at the Roxy. Where? Live at the Roxy. What? Live at the Roxy. When? 1 p.m. Yeah. Every day. What? Okay, I think we're done singing this. Much love. Make your beds. Do what you can to be that 1% happier. Put the fucking toilet seat down. Oh my God. The fucking flumes. The toilet flumes. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Much love.